the hardest moments, they pass.
Yeah.
And as do the most glorious, right?
Yeah.
So you sort of have to just be in it and know that when it feels hard, it's not going to be hard forever.
Yeah.
And to tell them that too.
Tell them that, because when they're in it, and for anybody listening,
Although it's hard for them
you
to
and
hear
I
that.
know it's like when they're hurting, it's just
so
us
hard.
tenfold. Like
It's so
that's your
hard.
little heart out there walking around. So
It's so hard.
that's the only thing that spirals me in my life. If one of my 3 chickens
Mhm.
isn't great at that moment,
Yeah.
it really affects me. Everybody asks me, do you get stressed at work or this or that? Nah,
No.
none of that bothers me. I can go live at the Super Bowl. I can do like none of that bothers me. If one of my chickens is off centered,
Yep.
it haunts me until we get everybody back to center.
But you guys all talk a lot,
Yeah.
right? But I think girls in middle school don't talk a lot
Mhm.
also. Like they sometimes can be super talkative and then like not speak at
Yeah.
all. So when they go quiet is the time that I get the most antsy.
Yes,
And I guess that's the time to be more as consistent.
as consistent.
I'm here. Hey, do you need
Yeah.
anything?
Also, I think that kids, there's a feeling when they know they're your priority. It
Yeah.
doesn't mean to helicopter parent, doesn't mean that, but there's just a feeling. Hence the Friday night, you're just there. You're present for them, and it's something that's not hard to do. And I think it just serves you well in the long run, right? Doesn't mean you don't work. It doesn't mean you're here. It's just they know that they're my people.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
And I love that.
Absolutely. The only other thing that I have thought about before, and I've certainly talked to both of my kids about that, and I remember having my own really difficult time in middle school too. I changed schools also in 9th grade, and that was
What happened? Were they mean to you?
awful.
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 Oh, I think you and I discussed this. I
Awful.
am mad at those girls.
Awful.
Mhm.
It wasn't great. And there was some reputation that I wasn't a nice person and that I was a bitch and whatever before I even showed up and I didn't know anybody. And I don't think I was, but
The furthest thing.
so, but
from
that
the-
was hard. Anyway, but I remember, and it took a full year before really most people would talk to me, which is a long time. But I remember, again, hindsight is 2020. There is something sometimes about looking back and reflecting that I've spoken to my kids about, which is if you just show up as yourself every day, even if you don't quite know, even they may not know who they are, but
Yeah.
you know, it's pure you shows up every single day. It will come together. It will work out. You will find your people. The worlds will collide in a really beautiful way. If you try to be someone else, or if you try to
Yeah.
show up and represent a group that you're really not a part of or whatever, it doesn't work. My kids really haven't done that. But I know for me, I just showed up every day. I mean, head high,
Yeah.
as high as I could.
Yeah.
And you know, some of my closest friends in the world ended up actually were some of those girls who weren't so kind to me. But that's because that was their moment of like we all had a moment of learning.
It's all such a learning
yeah.
curve. I always say to my kids too, we always hear the word kind. And I always say to my kids back in school, like, of course I want you to be the nice person and try your best to be inclusive of everybody, but I want you to step it up even more. I want you to try to be the one that makes a difference in somebody else's life. So the person that they are being mean to, you step up for that person. The person who's sitting alone, I want you to be the one that's brave enough to stand up in the group and say, no, we haven't even met this girl. That's important to me. It's not just the one, don't be the sheep. Do not be a sheep.
Don't be a sheep.
I don't know.
Or a freaked out chicken.
Or a freaked out chicken. Oh, gosh. All right. Well, thanks for the letters, everybody. Keep them coming. Harper and I are having a ball with this. Let us know if you like it better when we have our coffee or our wine. I think we might be better over coffee, but we sure are fun with the wine.
Interesting.